Om Shanti, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 4 and we have reached verse 21. Let us read it together. 21. Without hope and with the mind and the self controlled, having abandoned all covetousness, doing mere bodily action, he incurs no sin. So what is this without hope? Is this person depressed? Is this person desperate? What does it mean? It means that the person is not attached to the fruit of the action. So when we do something, we have a very, very, very strong desire. I want it to succeed. So I have this hope that I will succeed, and it's very, very strong. This is the motivating power in the life of every person who is not yet realized. It's doing something with the hope of succeeding. So without hope means without identifying, without saying, I am the doer and this, therefore I'm hoping that this and that will come. Yes, the sage might act towards getting a certain result. For instance, we read about the many, many, many actions of Swami Shivananda. He was running there a whole little town that formed around his ashram, doing a lot of things and sending books to people, wanting them to realize. But when it didn't happen, he was not attached. When it happened, wonderful. And what he did always was with great intent. It was not just doing for the sake of doing. It was with great intent. He wanted to spread the knowledge out of compassion. But this, I hope that this will come to me, this was not there. Because there is no I, there is no me, there is no mine. There is, I'm doing this for the well-being of all. Swami Shivananda is telling us, the liberated sage renounces all actions except what is necessary for the bare maintenance of the body. He has abandoned all possessions. He incurs no sin, meaning no karma is accumulated, which will cause evil effects. For a man who thirsts for liberation, mumukshutvam, the burning desire for liberation, so this person will be mumukshu, even righteous activity, dharma, is a sin as it causes bondage to samsara. It means it will generate karma, and we know samsara is full of pain and nothing but pain. So as long as I'm here, there will eventually be suffering. Dharma is a golden feather for him. So, we are chained, whether it's a gold chain or iron chain, doesn't matter. A golden feather is also a feather. That's what he's saying. A sage is liberated from both dharma and adharma, good and evil, and virtue and vice. Does this mean that a sage is above the law, is above morality? Ultimately, yes, because there will be no karma and he's not identifying with the body. But how will he act if he really is a sage? As we read before, a sage performs action only with the view to set an example to the masses. The ultimate karma yogi. This person who is actually above all the rules of people, above dharma and adharma, is the ultimate dharmi, is the ultimate karma yogi. This person who is above the ego identity is the ultimate karma yogi. He's doing everything for everybody else. So many people use this, I don't know many, but sometimes people use this teaching in a very wrong way. They do things that are immoral. that are unlawful, that are hurting others. And they are saying, I'm not the doer, I have this and that knowledge, I'm not the doer. But if a person is behaving like that, we know he's a doer. Because had he really realized, he would have been the perfect dharmi. Because all that he does, or she, is to set an example to the masses. To set an example for what? An example for living in God. An example for living a completely dharmic life. So, this is very, very important. Saying, I am above morality, I am above this, I am above that, only shows ignorance. Because there is the I, and there is my preference, and I would rather do like this because of some this or that convenience, this or that desire, this or that misconception. But when we realize, yes, I am above dharma and adharma because there is no more karma. There is also no longer I am. There is only what can be done to increase righteousness, to increase dharma, to set a proper example for the masses, and to increase the well-being of all. It's a complete connection to the all-compassionate nature of the Creator. So again, we see here that this is not just theoretical. Even when we talk about inaction, which for us is more philosophical because we do not experience it. We still have this identification with the body, mind, and senses complex. There is already this information that's very useful for us. We are not doing this study to be above the law and do whatever we want, because once we really gain the fruit of the effort, we will do things for everybody else. And this is a very, very beautiful message that we get from this verse. And the teaching continues in the next verses, so please join us for the next video. Om Shanti.